All right, I'll wait a little bit longer here. Hi, Carrie. Dang, someone's eating good. Looks like you're maybe not. I was gonna say, are you on vacation? Looks like you're in like a hotel. What are you drinking? Are those old fashioned, Zuma? Or is that beer? What's up, Stick Man? Nice. Steak and whiskey. Looks pretty good. All right. Well, welcome everybody. For anyone that's new, I do this once a week. There's no like specific lesson plans. I do that more so for my coaching students, but this is a great time for just kind of Q&A, just banter. I'll chart a little bit as well. I'll talk about, kind of what I'm looking at for tomorrow, what happened today. And, like I said, I think this is like the best time for you to get some time with me. And, you could ask anything you'd like. Doesn't matter if it's a ticker, just a trading related question, personal questions. I don't care. It's a good time to get to know y'all as well. Yeah, it was a crazy day today, Farouk. I didn't. Was there any news that came out at the close? I didn't see anything specific, but like those last few minutes, it looked like there was a big buy imbalance, is what I'm seeing here. Let's see. This first candle started. Yeah, so this is right on that 5-minute mark. It looks like there was just a big buy imbalance. A lot of things. Um, I didn't see anything specific, so I'm gonna guess that's what happened. For y'all that don't know what a buy and balance is, so there's a sell or a buy and balance, right? And that basically just means, um, some like whenever I worked at the trading firm, the last 10 minutes of the day, you're gonna have so right at the 10-minute mark, you're gonna see some imbalances, meaning at the close, you can see how many orders are wanting to be filled. Either is there a million shares on the buy side looking to get filled, or there are a million shares on the sell side looking to get filled, whatever it is. So that's, to me, what I saw today. There was just a big buy imbalance, so people can buy into that move. That's what I'm going to guess happened at close. So definitely kind of interesting there. But yeah, I didn't see any news specific stuff. Definitely a weird day though. Like Tesla, to me, it looked ready to go, but once it gave up here and gave up that 355 level I was talking about, there was just it was just done. Buyers just stepped out of the way. If this would have broken 358, I think this could have easily squeezed up past 360. I mean, even on these last few candles here before we sold off, I mean, we hit a high of 358, 358, 358, and 358 again. All right, so we literally touched 358 to the penny, and I think if we would have broken that, it would have been lights out. So that was kind of the trade I was looking for. Once that gave up, I didn't have any interest in taking it from there on. The video, it was kind of interesting, right? Opened up high. I think a lot of people just took profits. I know Pookie did. I know Just a Tip did. And I think that was just kind of a psychological theme across the board, right? So we saw that kind of open up, push a little bit. And then after that push, it was just profit take central. And this ended up just kind of selling back off the rest of the day. I have a market as an update tomorrow based on closes. I'm guessing you mean like you bet the market's up tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's see what the earnings calendar is looking like. So today after the close, we had Oxy, Devon Energy is kind of interesting. I'll look at those two. Tomorrow pre-market, we have Etsy, Wix. Those sometimes move. Wingstop, that's kind of funny. Fiverr. At the close, Carvana, that's going to be interesting to watch. Vimeo, Toast, So let's look at Oxy. How did Oxy do today? Yeah, PLTR was nice. if anyone bought that dip. Yeah, Carvana sometimes can just move insane. So let me take a look at Oxy real quick. Oxy down a little bit. I know Warren Buffett bought some more of these shares recently. I think like I'm talking like last week, recent. So that's interesting. I know he has a pretty big stake in Oxy. But yeah, so let me take a look at PLTR as well. This thing is just gone. I mean, this is freaking insane. I don't know. It's tough for me to chase this. You know, like when I look at PLTR, I think about Meta today. I talked to you guys like this is gonna pull back at one point. Meta's just slowly been new high, new high, new high, new high. And you know, once this kind of slows out, you can see volume dying out over here as well. Once this just had a little bit of selling pressure in it, it you know, it got crushed, right? So this is a pretty big red candle, you know, on the daily. I wouldn't be surprised to see this come down to 700, maybe lower, you know, unless people really just dip by it this quickly. But I do know, I think Shy posted about it today. Let me go take a look. They have some sort of AI event coming up soon. Actually, I don't know if it's like that soon. 1 second, let me find it. Meta announces LlamaCon on April 29, so we still got about 2 months for that. Highlighting some open source AI advancements. So it's still 2 months. So yeah, kind of interesting there. But yeah, overall today, guys, I do think that today was an easy day to get chopped up, possibly. I mean, at least from the names that I was watching. To me, there's just no real clean price action. I mean, even if you look at like SPY today, you know, we just kind of had a sell off right into the open, and it just kind of slowly made new lows. You know, nothing major, right? I mean, it's not like SPY dropped like $4 or $5, but just kind of slow, choppy price action, new low, new low, new low, and then just kind of flattened out. So that kind of hurt at least the trades I was looking for today because there just wasn't much strength. Had a weird sell off here at at 1 o'clock my time, and then you know, as we all know, we had that crazy close into the end of the day. So weird day. I think that if you were, you know, if you're a green, obviously congrats. If you were break even, I would call that a win. Or if you lost just a little bit, I would call that a win as well. I was, I mean, seconds away from taking an entry on my Tesla trade today, but I was lucky to have sat back on that. I would have lost for sure, not a ton, but I definitely would have taken a little L. So patience definitely paid today. Saved me some money. But yeah, it kind of sucks, right? Monday market close today, just not great price action. So not a ton of opportunity. Geez, Ace. Well, I mean, does that go towards your risk management plan? It sounds like it's probably a little too big of a red moment there. It looks like you just held and you made money at the end. What was your plan there, Ace? There's nothing wrong with talking about this stuff, guys. It's the only way you're going to get better. Yeah, I saw Fulcrum's SPX trade. That's crazy. He definitely has a lot of capital to put toward it, but hey, if you have it, those are the kind of numbers you can do, especially with zero TTEs. I mean, I'm guessing he's sizing to the fact that he could lose 50% and not, you know, be hurt. But I don't know. You don't really see those numbers very often. I don't know anything about his strategy either. Did he do any sort of stream today? Or how was his last stream? I know he did one maybe the other day. I saw him talking about maybe doing one today, but how is that, Fruit? Yeah, that's pretty insane. It was good. What's his take on things? Is he more of a fundamental guy? It looks like he's has some day trading in him as well. Fundamentals, nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. When you do any free trades, is there a way to post in the chat what you're looking to take? I came in late. I know you're watching the breakthrough for the upside. Yeah, so I post. I think this is a premium only tab, but I post somewhat of a watch list in there. I post somewhat of a watch list in there every morning. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. So that is probably just something you're only going to be able to get on premium. So the thing is, if you just, unfortunately, you just got to be on time because I start at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time every morning, and I do a 15-minute kind of game plan session there in the morning, right? So I talk about what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, what calls I'm looking at, what puts I'm looking at, all that stuff, Shin. So unfortunately, it's I do that, and I post a watch list, but I'm guessing that's premium only. If you do end up joining coaching, so you can do coaching, guys, and that's going to be $40 a month, and that's where you're going to get my lessons. You're going to get like my little chat tab. This goes for any coach as well. You kind of get your own chat with them, which I spend, I would say, 90% of my time in. And then you're also going to get like that watch list channel and stuff. But if you join premium, I believe it's $139. You're going to get access to all the other coaches, and without obviously buying coaching separately. So it is included with that with premium. So yeah, I mean, Grand Canyon, I guess you can consider it two levels, but there's coaching and then there's premium. But with premium, you have coaching included in that as well. Helen, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and get that for you right now. So I don't think any of the coaches do SPY option like day trading stuff. I know like Quinch, the owner, he gives out sometimes at our premium kind of weekly wrap up meeting that we do on Fridays near market close. He'll give out some sort of SPY option trade, but that's about it. I mean, there's some bots in here that are premium as well that give out SPY trades. Let me see 1 second here. I'm going to get you that coaching link in 1 second. Yeah, 8x. Why is my not sure why my coaching link has disappeared. Yeah, that was Fulcrum's trade today, apparently. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, so yeah, definitely looking at charts and stuff. So I mean, like what I do is, and this is how I wish I would have liked to have learned. It's I live stream my screen just like I'm doing right now, and I also walk you through like every single second of whatever trade I'm taking. So that's to me how I wish I would have learned. Let me see here. Coaching. There we go. I think this should be. I don't know why my link got taken out. Here we go. All right, my coaching link is right here, guys. Yeah, he put a ton of money into that. Yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to believe, but if those are the numbers he's doing, I'm surprised he's here. Yeah, I don't know how he got such a big portfolio, and I mean, allegedly it's real too. So this dude's freaking killing it. Let's see, what did I miss in here? So, anyways, yeah, there's my coaching link right there for anyone that was wanting that. I think we went over the what coaches SPY option trading. Not really, no one does like day trading on that, but there is bots you're going to get with the premium. I'll go ahead and just throw the premium link in there as well, just so you guys do have it. Because some of those, let me see here. I honestly, I think that the buy two, get one is going to be your best option. If anyone wants that, I will, I can give you that, but here's just the monthly plan for now. Yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, making 50 grand. I'm pretty sure he's like my age too. 24 is pretty crazy. All right, Ace, take care. He's 20. That's unbelievable. Do y'all know how much he started with? I feel like we need a rundown on his background because that's unbelievable. I don't know that he managed a hedge fund, but you're not you can't manage a hedge fund without a Series 7, and I'm pretty sure you have to be over 21. If he did though, that's insane, but he may have worked in one. I don't know. That's insane. But yeah, I thought it was with another guy. Interesting. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, really? I need to find these guys. Yeah, that's cool. I know he's new. I need to get to know him a little bit more. I know he's been in the chat for a while. I think he's friends with Austin. Sure. Oh, Darla, it's all good. This is stuff I want to learn about too. But like I said, these free lessons I typically don't have anything planned, so it's more just kind of hanging out, getting to know you guys, answering any sort of questions you have as well. Oh, nice. Well, I hope to see some new faces as well at the upcoming Traders. I don't think it's gonna be called Traders Paradise because it's not at a beach, but the next in-person meetup. I hope to meet some more of y'all. Hopefully, Fulcrum's there as well. Us two youngins can have some fun. For anyone new here, do you guys have any questions about the chat? The meetup. So the last one we did, Grand Canyon, we were in Delray Beach in Florida, and I think it was a 4-day event or a 2-day event, but I think we were all there for about 4 days. Yeah, it was really fun. I got to meet a lot of the people here. I think the next one, yeah, I think is going to be in Chicago in June. sometime in June. I don't have a ton of information on it, so I don't want to give you guys um, any wrong information, but I know it's sometime in June. Sweet, Carrie, do it. Oh, sweet. Yeah, if you guys live in Chicago, I've never been to Chicago, so I'm kind of interested to see it. And it's in the summer, so it won't be snowy. Florida was fun though. Not missing much. I would say probably about 15 members, and obviously all the staff was there. So I think in total it was probably like 25 people, maybe. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Um, like 2 days, like I started each morning live trading in front of you guys. And more so like educational stuff, kind of getting like one-on-one time with everyone. Dinners, we did group dinners. It was good. I know. I would love them to do Austin. How do you live today? Was a little busy. Notice you're mainly focused on Teslas at the time. Yeah, so Darla, I only trade the like the mega cap stocks. I know that kind of some people don't like that, but I trade options on them, and I have found a lot more success trading these bigger companies just because they have more volume, they're a little bit more stable. There's more like news around them, and honestly, I kind of enjoy just kind of keeping up with some of these companies that we all know and probably use on a day-to-day basis. Um, and I never really found success with the small cap penny stock stuff. They're really hard to trade. A lot of algos trade them. It's not really something that I like. If I was forced to trade penny stocks, I'd be much more of a short trader, right? Right, or short it on the way down, just because psychologically, a company that's worth, I don't know, maybe 50 million or whatever shoots up to worth 500 million in a day. Well, it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, I mean, kind of, Farouk. Sometimes there's contracts that are $100, $200. Other times, sometimes they're $800. It all kind of depends. But you can always go a little bit further out of the money if you want them to be cheaper. Options is where the money is when you don't have a ton, right? So like when I trade at the trading firm over the summers, I get to trade with equities, right? Because you have, 500,000, $1 million account. Those are the small ones. Some guys have $100 million I get to trade with. So why would I buy options when I can just buy 10,000 shares of Meta, and spend $1 million? Like that's like what the big boys can do. If you want to trade Meta like with me and stuff, I want to be able to trade these companies because to me they're a lot easier to trade than penny stocks. I just have to use options. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's a good point, TNT. I mean, options obviously there's more risk involved because you're not actually buying a share, right? There's time decay and stuff like that. And but just like with anything in this trading game, you have to be able to manage your risk, right? I did get in on the GameStop stuff. I didn't make a ton, but I did make a little bit on that trade. I remember being in my high school weight room when that was going on, and my friends knew I liked the stock market and whatever I traded, and like all the coaches grabbed me, like, Ethan, what's an option? How do we buy it? So I was like doing a quick lesson in the weight room with all my coaches, and I was what was I, like probably 17 or 18. So yeah. Jason, are you from Texas? I saw your Texas comment up there. Yeah, I did. Heck yeah, where are you at? I'm in College Station right now. I go to A&M. I'm finishing my last semester. Austin? No way. Grand Canyon, that's cool. I grew up in San Marcos. Victoria, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, I mean A&M, it's crazy. I'm sure since he left. Thanks, Grand Canyon. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get the show on the road. I'm moving to Austin though. That's where I'm gonna live. Probably starting in June, maybe July. I probably won't. I probably won't do my summer internship. I don't know yet. I got some big uh, choices to make after graduating. We'll see. Well, but the thing is, if I do go there, I get a lot of information and stuff and some good trading insight. But I can't live trade. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I plan on getting married anytime too soon. Need to have some fun. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Grand Canyon. I'm actually apartment hunting right now, so may have to ask you where some good spots are. I mean, I've been to Austin plenty of times, but I'm thinking ideally East Austin, but I don't know. I don't know. Things are just getting pricey. Any tips for someone just starting? Yeah, so I mean, we have a ton of free education here in JB. Um, I'll send the tab in for you real quick. Free education. So definitely start with there. I do think one of the best things for you to do is just focus on education in the beginning. Don't just throw money at trading right off the bat. I've made that mistake when I first started. Paper trade and try to get like somewhat of a basic understanding. Then I would probably hop into coaching so you can actually kind of get your hand held a little bit, so you can you kind of start on the right path. Because I mean, the only reason that we're here is for you guys to try to not make the same mistakes that we did. And I know that you're new, but a lot of my lessons I talk about just past mistakes and how to avoid them. And sometimes it's hard because it's a lot easier said and like listened to than it is done. Just because typically most traders you kind of have to pay that tuition, right? Doesn't mean that you have to lose a ton of money. That means that you could paper trade and treat it like it's real money and try to get those kinks out of the way, because everyone just getting good at trading is getting good at fixing mistakes, because we're all human, and kind of training your mind to think the right way in this is really hard to do. But once you can kind of master that, and you're never going to be perfect, right? Everyone takes losing trades, but once you can kind of master emotional control and discipline and patience and really finding that strategy that suits you, that's when this could be the best thing in the world. If a stock is worth $50 like Oxy, how many shares would you be buying if if we start with 500? I mean, if you're going to buy shares of Oxy, I would probably buy no more than like two, maybe three. Shares are obviously a little bit slower than options. If you do trade options, maybe you can buy $100 contract and make 10 or 20 bucks. But with shares, if you buy two shares of it, it's $100. And if it goes up $1, you're going to make two. You're only going to make $2 on two shares, right? So it's going to be a lot slower, but at least it'll kind of get you in the right mindset to deal with using real capital, right? Because one of the biggest things to one of the biggest like hurdles for like new traders that go from paper trading to real money is it's really just the emotional barrier, right? Dealing with the fact that you have real money on the line, you could lose real money, is really hard for people to grasp mentally. We need little Ethans. Yeah, I want little Ethans too at some point. Do I use dark pools or options order flow to help? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't, dark pools are kind of hard, right? Because people use dark pools to hide massive orders. But I have some stuff that I look at for option order flow 100%. And that'll help me just kind of see where the money is, kind of where people are betting. So, yeah, I mean, I don't use them on a day to day basis, but I would say a few times a week, I probably will look at them and see what's going on. Yeah, Farouk, but that's why we love you. What platform are you using, Darla? Yeah, so look, so SETI, the rule of thumb, right? The golden rule of this is is you never want to risk more than 1% of your account, right? So if that means you go in with 10% of your account and you're risking a 10% loss on that trade, that means you'd be risking 1% on your entire account, right? It doesn't mean you have to go in with 1% of your account and risk all of that, right? But with smaller accounts, right? If you have $500 or $1,000, 1% of that would be, $10 or $5, right? So it's much harder to do that. But if you can, because people get into this, they want to make a ton of money quickly, so they bet really heavy, and that's just gonna hold you back for as long as you put up with it. Once you start kind of looking at percentages, work another job on the side, do whatever you can, and if you can get the fundamentals down for this, and you can make 2% on your account, roughly every day, at the end of the month, you could be at 40% on your account. At the end of the year with the exponential growth, I mean, you're beating the market. You're in 2 years' time, it sounds like a lot, but if you just go slow and steady, that's all it takes. 2 really hard years, really grow that account. And even if you can get $25,000, $50,000 in your account, you could easily make a couple $100 a day, you know? Can you see the walls in SMCI at what price? So yeah, Kiwi, walls on level 2 is what I look at, and that you can only see those during the market hours. So I can't see any walls right now. Are you talking about support and resistance, or are you talking about walls on level 2 where I'm seeing orders stacked up? Walls, yeah. So we have to we got to wait for the market to open. But tomorrow morning, just reach out to me in the chat. I can show you the walls if you need it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Trailing quant data algo flow. Oh, flow algo. I know of that. And trade algo's been trying too hard to sell me. Yeah, I know flow algo. Yeah, Kiwi, 100%. Just reach out to me. Do you have people start with like $200 trading options? Seems like you would need 2K or at least, but you would know better. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do it. I mean, Farouk in here. I mean, this guy is taking like $11 to 500. So I mean, it's doable. It's not easy for sure, and you're gonna you can't risk 1% of $11 in this game. Um, but I my kind of rule of thumb is I typically want people to start with like 500 at the very minimum. Typically, I would rather it be 1,000, but some people all they have is 500. Uh, kind of back to what I was talking about earlier. It's just hard for people that start with less than that because they want to make more than $2 on a trade, right? If you have 500 or 1,000, maybe you can make 10 or $20, on a trade. And I know it sucks, especially to see guys like Fulcrum doing 200 grand days or 50 grand days in here, but you have to understand you need that kind of capital, right? I'm not doing that. I try to stay around $300 to $800 days for a normal day, and then on good days, I can make 2, 3, 4, $5,000, and that may come around once a month, right, or once every 2 months, or once every quarter. But I know that when those home runs are there, I can take it. Um, but on a day to day basis, if I can make $300 to $800 for $1,000, I mean, I'm doing fine. That's all I'm looking for right now. But in the beginning, I was in that mindset where I wanted to make more and more and more as fast as I could. And I took, I slowly got my account to 10,000, and then I went from 10,000 to 50,000 in like under 4 months. Like I went really fast, and I was 18 years old, so like I didn't even know what to do with that kind of money. Um, And within like a month later, I blew half of it because I just wanted bigger P&Ls, bigger P&Ls. Yeah, well, Helen, that's perfect. If you can just get yourself in that right mindset to make 10 or 20 bucks in a day, you can do that. I'm just saying a lot of new traders get into this and they want to make a couple $100 a day with $500, and it's very unrealistic. Doable 100%, but it'll get you, you're going to create a ton of bad habits by doing that, because at the end of the day, if you can't make money with a small account, you cannot make money with a big account. And a lot of people think that's not true. I need money to trade. You don't need money to place trades. I don't mean that in the sense that you can do it for free, but you don't need $1 million. You don't need $10,000 to start this. If you can make 1% on a $500 account, you can make 1% on a $500,000 account. Awesome, Helen. If you have any other questions about it, just let me know. Isn't it still one contract? Yeah. So one contract puts you in the, think about signing a piece of paper, right? Signing a paper contract that I have the right to buy 100 shares at this price, right? If you buy 2 contracts, you have the right to 200 shares, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But let's say that contract, I have to buy that contract for $100. Okay. And that contract goes up in value to $150. Well, I don't have to go buy the shares. I just have the right to it. But that piece of paper is worth, it was worth $100 when I bought it. Now it's worth $150. So I can just sell that piece of paper, right? I can sell that contract for $150 and I make $50, right? So that's more so what I do rather than buying a share, right? It's just a way to leverage your money a little bit, because right, if I buy SPY right now at $610 and it goes up $1, I only make $1, and it costs me 610. But if I buy a 610 call, 2 days till expiration, maybe it's $200, and SPY goes up $1, well, I may make $50 or $60 or $75 off that 200. So, again, it's just a way to leverage your money a little bit. And that's kind of why I like it, because I want to be able to trade these big stocks and not have to spend, $60,000 on a position. Yeah, I'm more of a I'm the day trading coach here, Helen. Brooke was kind of explaining that. I do some swing trades here and there, but Mad Maverick is more, that's kind of more his thing. If you don't know the difference, day trading is a lot quicker, and you're going to need to be here at the market open. Swing trading is kind of more where you can buy and hold for a few days. So just a little bit slower. Y'all are too much. What other questions you guys have? Let's see. I see some new faces in here. Isaiah Lloyd, I know you just joined my coaching. What's up, man? If you have questions, just fire away. Bag Zone, Valvix, Gary, Stocktopus. That's kind of funny. You ever try to hop on options after earnings, or is it premium or spread too high? So no, I never trade options Well, so do you mean like when you say after earnings, Grand Canyon, do you mean like the day after, or like do I buy options before earnings to see if it goes up or down? Right after they announce. So you can't buy options when the market's closed. So like right when they announce, right? You can't buy or sell any options. So you're either going to be bought in before the market closes and hold your breath, or you're going to trade it the day after. If I think that was your question. No, it's all good. I recommend to everyone to not try to swing options overnight on earnings days. Uh, and I don't mean that just on any stock. I mean, like, don't do that on the stock that has earnings because it's very, very hard to make money doing that. It's honestly less than you'd probably make more money going to a casino. I think it's less than 50% chance you can make money on that for sure. Yeah, so TNT, you can buy SPX. You can buy SPX. I do know that. I'm pretty sure. I think there's like an hour cutoff after the market closed, and 1 hour before the market open, you can start buying it. I don't know if it's like 24 hours. Yeah, yeah. I have never taken actually maybe like one, but like SPX is something that I don't touch. It's way too volatile, and you could get absolutely destroyed trading it. So back to Fulcrum. I know he made a ton on it, and good for him. But I want to advise everyone, please be careful with that. It could absolutely burn you. You can make a ton, but you could also lose a ton. It's think about trading SPY, but it's levered 10 times. So as long as you go in that with some sort of risk management plan, what plays are you most excited for this week? So I do think Tesla could have a really good recovery this week. It's kind of what I wanted today. We didn't get it. I do love seeing SPY kind of coming back up to these all-time highs. I just think Tesla just got beat up really bad with the new Grok 3 news coming out. Um, I do think a break above like 360, 365 could get this going back to, and I'm not talking like straight to 400, but I do think in a day or two, it could be back 375, 380. And that's kind of the move I'm looking for. Other than that, I'm as much as I would like to trade NVIDIA this week, I'll be looking for momentum on this. We do have a nice little downtrend here, but we do have earnings next week on NVIDIA. So I want to be careful with trading NVIDIA this week because next week will be really exciting, especially if this thing gets up to all-time highs. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I bet. I bet a lot of sweeps are coming through on some out of the money calls on this for sure. If they blow it out of the water, I mean, this could go all-time high plus. It may just start squeezing again. I would love to trade that. I made a bunch of money on that all-time high move back in over the last summer. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, Farouk is like the biggest bear in the world. So you don't like ginseng? Why not? Yeah. Yeah, that's why you don't like him. I'm guessing you were long that. Yeah, that was interesting for him to say, for sure. Amazon and Reddit earnings. Yeah, Kiwi. Well, guys, I've tried earning swings in the past too when I first started, and it's just kind of you have to learn. It's like I tell myself, could I make a ton of money from it? Sure, right? Maybe I get lucky and catch a big move and make some money. But the chances of you making it are so low, it's just a complete gamble. I mean, and honestly, it's like some of the times that make it even worse is when they beat all the numbers, right? Like let's say Apple beats all across the board, Apple stock is up, and then maybe the other companies that are reporting that day don't do very good, and it pulls the whole market down. And then even though you kind of bet right fundamentally on the stock, if it's not up enough, you're still going to lose. So to me, it's just not even worth it. Do you see any value going long term on any quantum like RG? Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a fundamental than a longer term investor. Grand Canyon. I know that. So Shai Balar in in our chat and also on Twitter, he's just kind of like a partner with us. He is really, really good fundamentally, and I know that he does like I think it's QBTS, but obviously after what Ginseng said, it's brought him down. So to me, I do think quantum in I don't know, maybe 10 years could really pick up. I don't know. I haven't researched it a ton. And they could be long-term investments, but I just don't know. It's not really something that I do. It's worth buying Nvidia now and holding. Yeah, I mean, look, Nvidia, I think it's always going to be a good long-term play. I don't know what kind of time frame we're looking at that for, but if you're looking at my screen right now, Helen, we were buying it, down in here and then a little bit over here as well for this to kind of move back up in the gap. And so, that to me, that trade's kind of over. I'd be careful buying it and just kind of thinking it's going to go up, right? Just hoping that it's going to go higher before their earnings. Could it? 100%. But I think it would. I think it's just a little risky to just buy it right now, just kind of blindly. If there's a good setup on it, I'm all there, and I'll be there. And if you're in my coaching stuff, we'll trade it for sure. But just gonna be careful with it. Yeah, Intel, a bunch of the chips did good today. Intel, AMD, Micron. I know PLTR in another sense did good as well. Yeah. 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 Thanks for technically I cannot give you any sort of financial advice at all. I can only give you my opinions. Muhammad on Twitter. What do you think about Baba? Please check it. Okay, Baba. What do I think about it? I think that it is through the roof right now. I mean, it's almost up 100% down from these $80 lows. I mean, I don't know. Could it go further? 100%. They do have earnings coming up on the 20th, which is in 2 days. It's before market, so tomorrow is going to be the last trading day before you get their earnings. Typically, when I see a stock that's gone straight up like this, it's hard for me to want to continue to buy it higher, right? To me, like the real trade was, in this area, right? 95 to, 100 all the way up to 120, 125, 130, right? So, could they do great on earnings and rip much higher? Definitely. Could they miss on one specific number fundamentally and drop straight back down to 100? That could happen as well. So to me, as a day trader, I'm simply just going to say, I don't care what Baba does until after their earnings. If their earnings are way down, maybe I can take a trade there. If their earnings are way up, I can also take a trade there as well. So, again, all you asked is, what I think. So, if you put any context in there, like, are you long? Are you short? Are you looking to get in, looking to get out kind of thing? Like I could maybe craft something up there a little better, but that's kind of all I got. AMD had a bunch of sweeps too. It's good to know, trying to figure out how to discern that data. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. And, I feel like maybe all these chips were up on this Grok AI stuff with Elon. I don't know. They were just all flying. So I didn't see anything super particular that made me think they would go up other than that. I did see SMCI. That was moving really well today. Even after hours, this thing is going crazy. I don't know. Maybe this comes back into play. I just stayed away from it around, this area. But now this is starting to get back above 50. I mean, this thing could easily go. I should probably look at this a bit closer the next few days. Definitely something interesting. What else you guys got? Let's see. I'll type in. Got about 9 minutes left here, though. So get your last minute questions in. I'm waiting for XRP to get back over $3. Peru, you're crazy. Dude, you should just go on a cash account. My husband bought me a Mac computer. I need to go back to college to learn how to use it. I can help you. I got a Mac recently as well, my first one. I have a crazy like desktop setup, and I just never use a laptop unless I'm traveling or if I'm in class. So it's definitely new. I mean, honestly, Helen, my advice and what I did was just go on YouTube and look up like a Mac kind of basic tutorial for a new customer, and they'll kind of go through most of it with you. Yeah, honestly, I'm very disappointed that I bought one. Um, I like that it connects to my phone and stuff like that, but it's not my favorite operating system for sure. I like Windows better. Okay, Network, they said they're launching the coin on February 20th. I've seen No, I've not heard of Pi Network. Oh yeah, okay. That's what it was. Teach. I forgot that I read that today. Yeah, Vex. I think I remember you talking about this with me before on some lessons. I'm excited to see how this plays out because to me it looks pretty solid. I guess it hasn't really done anything too crazy yet. I mean, if this deal is as big as you talk about, I mean, this could easily go $15-$20 a share. You already check out EFOI. I have not. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a low float stock. You guys are trading in the free section. I'm not a low float guy, plebe. So I don't want to give you any sort of bad information on that. I only trade the mega cap stocks. Yeah, watch this. I don't know whose watch list it is. I mean, I can quickly look at it for you. I just, again, these just aren't really the stocks that I look at. Yeah, definitely a big run today. Grand scheme of things, it's way down though. I don't know what the news is, but a ton of volume. So it looks like above this 270 area, 290 area. If that breaks through $3, could definitely go higher there. Maybe just a short squeeze kind of trade there. Energy company, it looks like. Near-term thoughts on Apple. Yeah, so Apple's definitely bounced back a lot better than I thought it would after getting just like absolutely destroyed about a month or two ago. But yeah, pummeled. So honestly, that was a pretty good buy spot there at 220. I wish I kind of took advantage of that. But I would say this is a weird looking candle here, but I would say I'd be looking at this 247, 248 level here. And then, ideally looking at this, like I would like to see this get back up here above 250 and kind of create some sort of cup and handle trade for me, right? Come up above 250, kind of test this high, come back down, back to 250, settle for a second, and then back at 260. That'd be an awesome breakout. But yeah, above 245, 246, 247, around there could be good. Yeah, cup and handle. That to me is kind of what I'm looking at on a bigger sense. I think Microsoft looks good here to go long. Support, and what do you think? Some bullish divergence. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, I do think that Microsoft's in a great spot just for a support buy, right? If I were to come in and buy this, I really would just maybe give it like a stop loss, maybe like under 400. Buy some longer dated calls, maybe, or shares, of course. But I mean, as you can see here, TNT, I mean, this has been such a major support, especially if this gets some sort of news with, this new like Grok AI stuff, this Intel stuff. I feel like this is kind of a sleeping giant here that could see a big bounce soon. I mean, we saw Apple do it. We're starting to see SMCI do it. Meta's been ripping all-time highs. I think Google's actually bouncing really well right now as well. So this could be a pretty, well, I guess not that great yet, but Google and Microsoft look pretty much the same to me at really solid support levels. A little bit of good news could bounce these up very fast. I don't think of INOD. I don't know anything of it. Honestly, a pretty solid technical move here. Really nice kind of consolidation. Kind of made a little bit of this is a massive bull flag here. Looks like it's just on the run. I don't know that I'm going to be a buyer up here, right? To me, I kind of already missed the move. I would like to have been involved on this day, which was the 13th, February 13th. And then kind of trade. You can just kind of see that these candles are getting smaller up in here. And, it just seems like it may slow down Valvic. So maybe a little short-term pullback, but strong stock. I'm not saying short it. View on GitLab, GTLB. It looks like this is ready to make a move here, to be honest with you. Strong move up into this like 70, 75 area, pulled back, kind of made a cup, right? And now you kind of have the handle here. This honestly looks pretty good. Right? So you kind of have the cup here. And now the handle's made. So, I mean, this is a legitimate pattern. If this does break out of here, break through this high up in this like $74 level, I'd be definitely wanting this to break 75. On a break of 75, I could see this thing ripping. Maybe, 80, 85. Looks pretty good. Good call, the Dant. All right, guys. Well, I got about 1 minute left here, and then I got to get going. But if there's any other questions, throw them at me. If not, it was fun. That's some good conversation tonight. Thank you, as always. I'm not live trading tomorrow, but I will be in the chats. Yeah, so Grand Canyon, yeah. I live trade 4 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then somebody else live trades on Wednesdays. And yeah, and then one free lesson Tuesday nights, premium lesson Thursday nights. And then when I actually do have a stream tomorrow. I do Wednesday earnings now, so I'll be on mic at market close. Yeah, guys, thank you as well. It was fun. If you guys ever need anything, please just reach out, add me as a friend, whatever you need to do. Add me in the chat, and I'll add you just because I get 100 friend requests a day from bots and stuff. So, all right, y'all have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Later.